I was sending too many kids to reformatory. I believe thoroughly people need to be responsible for their conduct. We started a farm for kids to work. The county loaned us several acres, and a company did in the same area. We grew crops. The kids worked in the hot sun, picking beans and all. I done it as a kid, working. Yeah, this is reality. And they earn money to pay damages to victims.
And I'm very honored to join with so many others in congratulating Judge Gilbert Burnett for this Lifetime Achievement Award. Just a few things that really stand out to me are this. When a young person appeared before Gil on a repeated basis and couldn't pay his debts, Gil came up with the idea of sending this young man out onto a farm to work it off, sweat equity. That became known as community service in this state and then later in this country. And without Gil first taking that active step and thinking outside the box, we might not have that same system here in the 5th District and maybe even throughout North Carolina.
Chief District Court Judge Gilbert Burnett had an exceptional career. Throughout this 23-year career, he demonstrated a commitment to judicial courtesy and equality.
I was sending too many adults to prison. It's easy to say, lock them up, lock them up, lock them up. The poor taxpayers have to pay.
It really took someone of his stature and respect for everyone to buy into the concept that there's no throwaway people, and that one of the goals of justice should be about rehabilitation and giving back to the community, not just through time spent in a jail cell, but through working it off in community service.
This program was terribly effective, so much so that the legislature in 1984 mandated that this program be used throughout the state of North Carolina. And it became known throughout the United States. Judge Burnett would visit other cities, and as a result of those visits and a conference before the judges, these cities would also undertake that program.
And it worked. It worked. Very few of them came back to court. So I went, it's a we thing now, it's not a me thing. But I went to Raleigh and talked to Heman Clark, Secretary of Crime Control and Public Safety in 1984, about the community service work program. I said, let's get it through the legislature. We did, except for one vote in both houses.
And so on behalf of the more than 250,000 people who now live in the 5th District, Gil, I want to again say thank you for your service. And all of us who work here now and rely on the precedent that you have set really appreciate the shoes that you have walked in and we're trying to fill now.
Gil, I am very proud to be a part of this ceremony and be able to speak on your behalf. You are precisely the kind of individual that has succeeded in your profession, but done more outside of it to help the community over an extended period of time. You are very deserving of this award.
The last statistics I saw, if they go to prison, 60% recidivism when they get out. That means 60% will be charged with a crime after they serve prison time. With the community service work program, it's 2 to 14%. And I think it would help us here in North Carolina to go over again our prison system as it is today, so we may come up with some improvements. I try to be part of the solution in things. I like helping people, I really do.